Hello?
What are you doing here?
I work here.
Did you see we have somebody new up front?
Yeah?
Like that's... you work here. Speaking of working here, your paycheck's up front. Did you see that?
My paycheck?
No, the people inside the screen. The people. I'm talking to the Unbillies out there. I left some money for you up front. Did you come get it? No, I'm just kidding. This is your last episode.
I know, let's say that.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just keep...
This is Jessica's swan song, her final episode of Unbillable. She's hiding behind the door, but it doesn't change the fact that... Oh, this is going to be ink cartridges. Don't get too excited.
Oh,
It's Amazon for a law firm. Like, what are you guys expecting? Like, you expecting like a Nintendo?
Last time we had like a Burt's Bees for dogs.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was some of the I mean, this is... And just what I always wanted. Yes! Ink cartridges for my printer.
Your best employee.
All right, Jessica, since this is probably... I mean, I should... Just when you thought that was it, we got some stickies. And if you've ever seen my desk in the background, you know I love my colored stickies. So, Jessica, this is your final episode of the vlog, so to speak. Any words of wisdom? Anything you want to say on the way out the door?
No.
That's it? No?
No.
All right. Go ahead. What are you gonna... Oh, she was gonna say something. Dang. I wish Jessica well. And Yolanda, I don't know if she's gonna want to be on the vlog or not. We haven't really gotten into all that. You hear me laugh because it's definitely not something that gets talked about in the interview. If Heather is watching this, right? We did the collab with Heather Just Create, you know, bing, put the little link there. Look, I'm getting good at this whole, like, right? And one of the things she posted on Instagram later on was about how, like, working for free is, like, foolish. And I just disagree. I think you have to get yourself into a position where you can afford to work for free and then believe in yourself and do some work above your level or out of your box for free and then try to expand that into, like, a paid gig. I think that makes a lot of sense. I've never been afraid to, like, put my money where my mouth is when it comes to the law practice. I mean, that's why, to some extent, I say, like, I'm not really all that... I'm not really all that worried about what you decide to edit and not edit into the episodes of the vlog. This is like it's supposed to be more reality show than anything else. And I mean, I think it mostly is. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the reality show is limited by what we can disclose because of, like, attorney-client privilege and, like, what we're actually doing or strategy of cases. Like, I can't tell you what actually happened today because on the offshoot chance that someone is watching this that might work for someone or know someone or connect some dots or yada yada yada, or any kind of violation of, like, attorney-client privilege. Again, never lose sight of the fact, lawyer first, everything else second and third and fourth. Take it easy. I don't mean my, like, family and stuff like that. I just mean from, like, a business standpoint. Lawyer first, vlogger second. I had a good laugh actually last night at a family member's birthday party. First of all, ice cream cake, that's where it's at. The verdict's in, it's ice cream cake. If you don't like ice cream cake and think I'm wrong, don't even put it in the comments below. I don't want to hear about it. I'm right. I'm right. Don't talk. Yeah, don't at me. YouTube version. Don't at me. Don't comment me on that. It's just the real life way it is. Ice cream cake is the business. And if you don't think so, you're bankrupt. That's it. When you win a lawsuit, the judge doesn't just reach into the pocket of the person right there in the courtroom. Like the sheriff doesn't grab the guy, take his wallet out, and, like, pay you what he owes you or force him to write you a cashier's check or whatever for the money, right? There's no, like, instant guaranteed funds. What you get is a judgment. You get a piece of paper. I mean, this is not a judgment, but you get a piece of paper, not all that different from that piece of paper, and it says that so-and-so, the debtor, officially, formally, as ordered by the court, owes the creditor X amount of dollars, has a judgment in that favor. You can then take that judgment and enforce it in a number of ways. One of the most passive ways to enforce a judgment, when I say passive, I'm saying you just do something and wait, right, is to record a judgment lien. So you can take that judgment and you can record it effectively, right? You can take it and record it on a county by county basis. So LA County, Riverside County, Orange County, San Diego County, I think you follow me. You record it on a county by county basis. Then if the debtor ends up selling a piece of property when they run escrow, I mean, this is kind of the idea behind the whole escrow process. When they run escrow, the lien will come up as a lien against all of that person's property in the county. And so before they can get any proceeds from the sale of a piece of property, they have to pay that lien. Did you follow all that, Luis? Mm-hmm. All right, good. For those who didn't, rewind back. You'll be fine. The point is, though, you get a judgment, you record it as a lien, and then what happens? Nothing. You have to wait. You have to wait for the person to sell a piece of property in that county. And when they do, that's when the lien effectively is triggered. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's a passive approach. You record the lien and you wait. Well, I had a lien that was recorded, a judgment, that was obtained in 2006. A judgment lasts 10 years, then it has to be renewed. In 2016, I renewed the judgment for that party, and then today, 2019, late January, here we are, I get a phone call and that person was trying to sell a property and the lien came up and they want to resolve it so that they can get the rest of the proceeds out of the real estate sale. Called the client, like, hey client, haven't talked to you in I think roughly 3 years, and I've got great news, this lien got triggered. We're gonna get you paid on it. Ding. I mean, look, let's be honest. A judgment is only as good as the person, the value, the assets against the party or person against whom you hold the judgment. Does that make sense? Let's say that one more time. Let's rewind that back. The judgment itself is only as good as the assets that the debtor has. So if you have a judgment against someone that has nothing, you have to wait unless they file bankruptcy and it goes away, etc., etc. But you have to wait. If they have assets and you have something to go collect against, or again, you can take a more passive approach, record it and wait. That's what worked for this client. They were happy with it. I'm happy with it. Why not? Why not? That's how it's supposed to work. Way to go, legal system. I'm going to tell you also, though, by the way, one of the least sexy things that you'll never hear about on an episode of like cable TV law show or like a 60 Minutes 2020 expose on judgments and liens and how the aggressive approach, let's just say there's a lot of different ways to do it. A very common one is to do what's called a judgment debtor examination, which is you bring the person that owes the money into court, you have them sworn in, and then you can ask them questions about their finances to see if they have any assets from which you can get paid. So you can ask them like, how did you get here today? Did you come in a car? Is it your car? Do you own the car? You know, if it's a lease or something like that, obviously they don't own it. Or if there's a big note, they don't own it. But if maybe the car's paid off, then all of a sudden they own it. Or, you know, if you want to get crazy, jewelry, wedding rings, you know, watches, anything that they might have worn to the court. Like I see Luis, my man over there with his tech savvy iPhone watch, iWatch, whatever you call that dang thing, the Apple Watch. You take yourself into court, you owe some money, all of a sudden I say like, oh, is that a Apple Watch you have right there? And you're like, yeah, why? I use it to look at text messages. And you're like, yeah, that's cool. I'll take that and I'll credit you X amount of dollars against the money that you owe. And then Luis doesn't really like that, but that's how it goes down.
So it's a legal stick-up, basically.
I mean, you're not supposed to be there to like take people's things, but to the extent that you're there to satisfy the judgment, I mean, this is not a happy area of the law. I mean, this is just truth. Like, people don't pay debts that they owe, and they have assets, and they should sell those things. They're like, no, you don't understand. I can't live without this. It's like, yeah, you can. You can live without your BMW. You get a Toyota, and the difference of money you pay to the guy, and then you're squared up. Like, you'll be fine. But they're like, no. See, this kind of blends into another episode. Yes?
No.
No. I hope that gets in there.
No. What does ADV stand for?
Adverse. When it is our client suing the other side, it is us versus them, V. When they are suing us, it's us, adverse, ADV, them. We always put our client's name first.
That's what's fine. But I was just trying.
Your name always comes first, baby.
That's a lot of babies. Holy cow.
That was just one baby. What do you mean a lot of babies? That was only one baby.
That's a lot of cases, man.
It's a lot of cases?
You're saying your clients always...
Their names come first. Clients come first. You put my client's name first. We always put our client's name first in the file.
Yeah, I know.
What else is on your sheet?
Oh.
Is that it? Oh, can't talk about it. I like that.
Yeah, can't talk about it. But you said to give that to you as soon as
yes,
it's ready.
Perfect. It's ready to go. Thank you. So, I mean, when it comes to going back to the aggressive approaches to collecting, there's a lot of different aggressive approaches. Judgment debtor exams, I think, are kind of good ones because they interrupt people's lives, and there's nothing better than inconvenience to encourage someone who has assets to pay a debt. I don't do a ton. I mean, I say that every episode. All right, fine. I do a fair amount of this kind of stuff. But generally, clients, I don't take other judgments and collect them. They're existing clients who I've worked on. I've obtained the judgment for them, and then I work on the collection of it. There's collection law firms or collection agencies who specialize in the activity of collecting. They take anyone's judgment and then collect on it. That's not what we do here. But we will collect on judgments that we obtain for clients and things like that. Ta-da! Right? I think that's good, Luis. I think what the people want is they want to know that we're consistently pumping out episodes of Unbillable at this point. I'm pretty happy with it. How are you doing, Luis?
I think it's great.
You're not leaving me for a bunch of cars, are you?
Come on.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's it. That's all I got for you, man. I think the next couple episodes might be a little choppy because for me it's going to be a little bit busier around here. Having a new staff person means I have to pick up more slack, which is totally fine. That's the name of the game. I got my name on the door, my name on the building, whatever you want to call it. And so, yeah, the buck stops here, as cheesy as that might sound. So, yeah, the vlog is going to be like today. We're recording an hour and 15 minutes later than planned. And I can't really explain why other than to say that I've been trying to do my part in helping Yolanda get comfortable here. Hopefully that works out and she likes it and we like her and all that. And then of course we got a new stamp machine. That's pretty cool. After 11 years our stamp machine is now gone Wi-Fi. What?
Stamping machine?
Yeah, our stamp machine. Like you used to have to plug it into like the wall so that you could upload it with money so that you'd have stamps in your stamp machine. Now it just does it over the Wi-Fi, baby. Welcome. I'm sure I'm late to the game. Don't get me wrong. This is probably like 10-year-old technology or something. But the point is that I just got it. Pitney Bowes, thank you very much. I mean, I don't know why I'm thanking you. I have to pay extra for it. So thank me. You're welcome, me. Alrighty then.